Eagle, go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps. The cabin link check. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Well, hello!
Rock and roll, bro. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Rah.
Mine's attached.
Are you going to keep that thing on the whole time?
Right. This is so gnarly.
God, I haven't heard that word in a coon's age.
It's been a long time, bro.
Gnarly, dude.
This does make my hair look kind of nice. I'm just saying.
I kind of like it.
You should borrow this sometime, Tim.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
I don't think it's his color.
That's about the color of my hair, really. Dark brown.
I'm trying to help you out.
Not anymore. It's pretty much white now, but
I'm just saying, man.
you can see it a little bit there. I mean, it used to be pretty dark brown.
It's a good
Welcome,
thing
everybody, to another edition of the Otter's Den with your host, me, and Jan over there. Renee isn't feeling well tonight, so she won't be on. But we have some special guests, and Jan, would you like to introduce them?
Well, it's the Paranormal Jackazz crew. We got,
Love that name.
I got to get this right. We got to get Scott and we got Tim.
There you go. Welcome. Welcome.
Howdy. Thank you. Woo.
Were you getting kind of hot?
Those things do get hot. I'm like, what?
Did it bother you?
No, I like my hair.
So you weren't hot and bothered, you were just hot.
A little bit. I kind of got worried because I did start looking like my daughter again. Like, yeah, probably shouldn't do that. Kind of weird seeing somebody like me, female. Poor girl. And she's got her dad's attitude. That's even worse.
Yeah, my kids do too, and those poor people, they do look just like me. So
I'm telling you, man, it's like I don't know whether to laugh or be mad or both.
yeah, I cannot deny they are my children. They are mine 100% through and through.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I got the same problem.
Yeah, mine are all cut from the same cloth. You can tell.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Welcome.
I got to pull up chats. I haven't even pulled up chat. I don't even know where chats are. See, look, I'm falling behind.
You got to hit the chat button.
Yeah, it's the one that says chat.
So, We should
I
have
see
some people
private
pop
chat,
on.
but I don't know how to switch it to.
Oh, I do. Hi, Chris.
Oh, down there it is. I see it now.
You got her?
Yeah.
I always forget it's there.
These tech things. She said. Yeah. Anyway, so why don't you two tell us about you do a show,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, if you would?
So our show, I think I speak for Scott here. We try to cover, when we say the word paranormal for our show, we talk about everything.
Yeah.
Anything that is not normal.
That anything if it's not normal, it is paranormal.
Absolutely.
Right. So we talk about serial. Last week was serial killers. The week before that, I think, was giants. This week is conspiracy theories. We've covered religious topics. Like, really, we try to be as controversial as possible. We've been putting it on Facebook more times than we could think.
Yeah.
And that is true.
I told him we need to get mugshots made and have Facebook jail on.
You know, I'm surprised that our show hasn't been thrown into Facebook jail. Sorry, all of a sudden my dog wants to play.
I am too. It should have been on many occasions, actually.
Yeah, the show where we said the art of fucking it, right? We just said,
Yep.
You know, sometimes in life you just got to say it, right?
Yeah.
When we say controversial topics, I mean, we ask questions like, was Jesus married to Mary Magdalene?
Yes.
Yes.
Was Adam's first wife Lilith?
Yes.
You know, we cover like some really, really crazy religious topics. We cover, I mean,
we go down the rabbit hole.
We've covered cults. We've covered, and that's just this season.
Thank you, Renee. You're fine. Just get better. Okay.
How the hell are you gonna? Yeah. Seriously, Renee, get better. How the hell are you guys gonna do conspiracy theories? There are none anymore.
We're out.
We are.
There's always a new conspiracy theory. I mean, did you see the Jim Carrey thing?
Well, oh my God, seriously.
So it's hard. It's hard not to, but there's so many out there that we want to do, but for obvious reasons, like politically, we don't want to do it. But I'm the type, I love to push the envelope. I do. I love pushing the boundaries within the paranormal. And that's what when Tim was coming on with me, I'm like, listen, dude, I want to push the boundaries. You know, I want to see how deep we can get in the topics and make people go, holy shit, what are they talking about?
What's this button do?
And I think our favorite things to do is to go. We try to make the show as interactive as possible with the people who are watching.
Yep.
We acknowledge their comments. We read them on the live, and sometimes it changes the course of our entire conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to answer as many questions as we can, and and really bring up different ideas and make it as interactive as possible. Because for us, that's what's the most fun.
Absolutely.
Jeremy, that I am going to have to say, you know, when we look at how much hamburger McDonald's consumes in a day, there is not enough cows on the face of the earth to cover that. So
I mean, the McDonald's meat thing that's been going on. I remember in the 80s, it was kangaroo meat.
Yeah, monkey.
Monkey. I've heard so many things about McDonald's meat.
Now,
I know. All I know is I get the same thing every time I go to McDonald's. Diarrhea. But but I mean, it's just the way it is.
My grandfather would have us kids go out and get night crawlers out of his yard.
Yeah.
And we always thought it was for fishing. And he said no. He would sell them to McDonald's.
Seriously.
Now, is that a joke? I do not know, but I vaguely remember him saying that.
If you look on just about any kind of packaged meat, I'm talking like bologna or ham or anything like that. If you look on packaged meat, a lot of times it contains the word in the ingredients earthobate.
Yep.
And that is ground earthworm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now they're starting to use crickets to make flour.
Mm-hmm.
Dried crickets to make flour. There's a special name for it, and I can't remember what it is.
That's all right. For vanilla, they're using beaver anus secretion.
Yeah. Yeah. For actual vanilla.
Yeah.
No, for imitation vanilla.
Is it the
It don't matter. I still like
actual
it.
vanilla actually comes from the plant.
I still like
And
it. I'm
it's
still gonna
expensive.
eat me some beaver anus secretion. It makes my pancakes taste good.
Hey, Scott, do you ever wear cologne?
No, I'm too short for that.
You don't wear any cologne? Some of the world's best smelling colognes and perfumes actually come from whale droppings.
Yep. And stink bugs.
Yep. And in makeup,
Yes.
aborted fetuses.
Ugh.
Makeup.
Right. Now, I was reading what Bill Yeager was saying.
Jews confess to using kids. Yep. 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 I don't know. I just with all the conspiracy theories out there, we can just write them off as they're not theories anymore, and they're not conspiracy.
We are going to have so much truth coming out in 2026, especially after the full blood moon eclipse at 3:33 on 3/3.
It is going to be crazy.
It is.
If I could get up early, I would go outside, and hopefully it wouldn't be raining. Have a fire, run around naked. But in Indiana, it's still kind of cold, so I'm pretty good.
Same here.
I think I was 22 when I left the house this morning.
Yeah, I was cutting trees. Thanks for reminding me.
85 here today. I
Love
actually
you.
and I spin too, Scott. I spin too. Oh.
I'm gonna hide.
No, it's been in the 80s for the past week.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably just go straight into summer. Though we won't even have spring.
I don't know. It's supposed to warm up this week and next week. And I've already seen, my brother just told me the other day he's seen a bat flying around.
I've got ants. It's in we got the 40s today, and I've got ants in my kitchen, so that's going to be taken care of very quickly.
Absolutely.
But Adrian actually brought up a good point. Put your water out. Now, there's different points of view on whether or not to do that during an eclipse, because the eclipse energy is so volatile and unpredictable. You may get what you asked for, but in a completely different way than you would ever want. So unless my kind of rule is, unless you are very skilled at what you're doing, and unless you have a very, very specific use for that moon water, I don't put any out. That's just, other people, you can do what you do, but I've learned the hard way. And during eclipses, I don't put my stones and crystals out. I don't put my moon water out. I don't set intentions. I do my best not to even make facial expressions to set, because universe sees all. I watch the way I think. So just use your better judgment and be careful.
Absolutely.
Use it for chaos or do a release.
Well,
Drain you guys. It's always chaos.
there is that. If you're into chaos magic, it is good for that. Just saying.
If it turns it into moonshine, Bill, I'm setting everything of water I got out.
You ain't wrong. You're not wrong.
Bill, I got a good moonshine story for you, real quick. The Spirit Mechanics were up here from Kentucky, and Steve brought up a quart jar of moonshine, and it was some strong stuff. Well, he is an energy worker, and he energetically took carbon out of my drywall, or not drywall, but plaster, and he energetically put it into the moonshine. The moonshine got cloudy. He then did his thing over it, and the moonshine in the jar began to boil. We watched it. And then he's like, touch it. Okay, it's cool. It boiled, but it was cool. He's like, now try it. Holy shit. I'm never drinking moonshine with Steve again. Ever.
You
I
know,
was hungover for 3 days.
oh, dude, that would be horrible.
War water is good. Yeah. Little Spanish moss. A couple other things in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we actually may need some of that.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I gotta set a reminder for myself real quick. I'll be right back.
He's like, water. Yes.
water, yes. So, are you guys doing investigations anymore, or doing anything like that?
We haven't in a while, but when the opportunity arises, we try to do it.
Yeah. It has been a while.
Yeah. And
it's my fault. I ain't gonna lie. It's all my fault.
There's a lot of times we do outdoor investigations, and in the wintertime in Indiana, it gets a little rough doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, I get so preoccupied with, especially during summer, just doing stuff. And then by the time fall comes in, like me and Tim and the other podcast crew, we're sitting down trying to get what topics we want to talk about, how many episodes we're going to do. And by then I'm like, oh, okay. But you know, honestly, the prices of places to go and investigate is just getting extremely outrageous.
Yeah. And with the amount of rapid inflation we're going through, it makes it almost unfeasible to go actually pay to investigate places. It just makes it so difficult to even live anymore, let alone. I mean, I saw the other day the housing market over the last 10 years has just in our area has gone up 65% in 10 years.
It's crazy.
We bought this house for $103,000. The houses in my neighborhood right now are selling for $270,000.
That's crazy.
It is, especially for a town like this where, like, the pay's decent, but I mean, it's not the best. And there's places for rent like $1,400 a month, and I laugh at the people. I'm like, where do you think we live? Like, this is not Indianapolis. This isn't Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is, I believe, the second biggest or so. This is Huntington. Like, you guys better wise up a little bit.
Yeah. Our little town is not a wealthy town. It's a farming community.
Right. Same here.
So,
we got a lot of Mexican Americans.
That's messed up. That is messed up. That's messed up.
It is. It is.
We have a lot of messed up people here, too.
So, like Mike Tyson into the room.
I've got this whole character that I used to do that was all messed up. And Jan, we will be bringing that character back on Drunken Oracle, just saying.
You know, I understand, you know, that inflation and everything else, you know, but for somebody who's looking to sell like me,
it's a good thing.
It's a good
beautiful.
No, I get it.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's a good thing. I've got the best paying job I've ever had in my life. And I am struggling. I'm still paycheck to paycheck, but I'm better off than I used to be. I'm not living off my credit cards, but I'm single now too. That makes a hell of a difference on, hey, where'd all the money go? Oh, wait, did I say that? Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch,
as I'm like cringing because I'm like, oh man, but Jesse volunteered to get the chickens and Jesse volunteered to get the stuff for homesteading. So I can't say anything.
Just say thank you.
I did.
Homesteading's a job.
It is. You know, I've got a big garden and that takes a lot of time, just the garden.
Just
and then you got canning and everything else.
On the weeds. That's the worst.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I got 2 of those big indoor greenhouses.
Yep.
To start my seeds off in, and each seed crate is 36, and well, we got 8 of them, and I went, oh man, I'm gonna have a big garden again. Oh crap, I'm gonna have a big garden again.
Yup.
But that's going to be amazing because if shit ever hits the fan, you're sustained. You know how to do it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can save the seed as long as you get heirloom, not words hybrid. As long
Hybrid,
as
yeah.
you get heirloom and not hybrids,
Right.
you can save the seed. Hybrid seed won't grow the same plant.
Right.
If you get heirloom seed, it will, and you can save the seeds year after year. Carrots, you want to leave at least a half a row in your garden because they don't seed until the second year. I've learned little things by accidentally leaving carrots in the garden.
Oh, I always loved every year that we had the farm. We go out into the garden.
Everyone-
I'd be like, did we plant tomatoes there last year? No, we planted those 2 years ago there. And then we all of a sudden have these tomato plants, from the tomatoes that dropped and,
Yeah.
reseeded themselves and whatnot. Yeah, I'm used to having like a 2-acre garden. So,
I got almost one.
I know how to sow my seeds. I know how to, breed
Yeah,
I
animals.
do too.
We have a big tractor tire full of dirt, and then we have a couple of raised beds.
I know how to sow my seed.
That works.
I don't
Yeah,
know about you guys.
I used to could.
I sowed seeds at least 5 times.
I'm saying, like,
I've sowed a lot of seed, but only 2 grew that I know of.
now you know.
I've sown a ton of seed, and like he said, so far that I know of, only 3.
It's Crystal's looking at you.
No, I think she went back to fold laundry, but she knows.
But
She
we
knows
know
around
if a shoe comes flying in and hits you, we definitely know.
And then zooms back like a boomerang. Those ladies are talented with them high heels, let me tell you what.
You ain't lying.
Don't ask me how I know, I ain't going to tell you.
Ooh.
No, I was cavalier in my younger days.
I was an angel.
You were a connoisseur of some sorts.
Sure,
I was,
we'll
I
go
was
with
well
that.
on wheels.
Like I said, I was an angel. So I don't know
I
what
was
you're talking
innocent.
about.
Married. I was married. I was married. I was married.
I've only done that once.
I'm working on 3. 3rd time's a charm. 3rd time.
There you
Well,
go.
if I choose to do so, my next one will be the 3rd, so we'll see. But speaking of which, ladies, I actually wash, dry, fold, and put away my laundry normally all in the same day, and I do windows. Just saying. Okay, now back to the main subjects.
And he's a good looking fella. So listen, ladies.
There you go.
So what is the craziest show? I was going to ask you guys, what is the craziest show you guys have done lately?
Girl, you're in my head.
Ugh, the craziest show
Craziest show.
might be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, we have a topic coming up. That is probably not going to sit well within the paranormal field, but
Do tell.
do we tell?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a little hint,
So-
at least.
In 2 weeks, we are going to discuss whether the Warrens were fraudulent or not.
Oh, that's a big subject. That is a big subject.
It is. And so
I've actually looked into that a little bit, and there's evidence kind
Both ways, yeah.
both ways.
And
Depending
a lot
on
of
how you
times,
look
what
at
we'll do is he'll take one side of an argument, and I'll take the other,
it.
and we'll just play devil's advocate against each other, and then that
We
gets
do.
everybody in our chats playing devil's advocate against each other.
And yeah. So
But the thing is, those are some of our most watched shows because everybody has an opinion all the time.
Right. Right.
absolutely 100%.
Even the ones that haven't done any homework on the subject.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, there's so many documentaries and movies and this and that about the Warrens. I'm like, listen, man, And I'm not saying they were fraudulent, you know, but there
Exactly.
is stuff out there saying that there possibly could be.
Their museum. I had a case in Lincoln, Nebraska, and they complained that this porcelain doll was haunted. So my team, we went up, we investigated, we got evidence, and I went to remove this doll because it did have issues. Um, I had two different sigils, one in this hand, one in this hand, printed on paper. Um, Jan, the sigils that we were talking about the other day. Okay. And I grabbed, it's a solid porcelain doll. You know, some the arms will move, the legs will move. This was solid porcelain. I grabbed that thing. You could hear it scream, and it moved in my hands to the point I almost dropped it
I
before I
probably would have.
to the specially designed container that we had for it. And that doll is now in the Warren Museum. It was we did a case for Chris, the grandson, and so I know at least one object in that museum has issues.
Right.
Yeah, well, and I will personally say I have a problem with museums of paranormal things. I do. Why would you want to collect? Now, granted, the Warrens took their precautions, right? And they did everything the way that they were supposed to, but we know, one big name who has a museum
Yep.
that I'm sure we all don't like this person. Because he just gives us a bad rap.
Oh,
Why would you?
Did the spirit of the old man land in the fly before it landed on my nose?
Well, I call him, Frodo Baggins, the douchebag who likes to go on adventures with his glasses.
I'm going on an adventure.
Frodo. That's a great nickname for him.
Well, you know what Frodo actually means. Dickhead.
No. Oh. You had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Great. I can see it now. Frodo Wilson. Up yours, Tim.
Well, I mean, if the height fits.
Dang.
But no, I mean, I have a problem with collecting things in a museum. I really do. Why would you want to put them on display? You and then open it up to the public.
My whole thing behind that is if this stuff is as evil as they claim it to be, especially like with the Annabelle doll, for instance, why would you parade it around the country and let people be exposed to that?
And take it out of the damn specially designed lot. Hey,
being a person with a strong religious background, it's almost sacrilege. Because you're taking something that you're claiming is demonically possessed.
Yes.
And then taking it around to millions of people to come view it.
Hey, check this out.
To put it on display to try to what? Prove your point? Or, it doesn't make sense to me.
I can see both sides of the story. I can see your point. And a friend of mine, Christy Ayers, she's got a building here in town. It's called the Hans Stevenson Building. And there are objects in that have spirits attached to them. If she wouldn't have taken those objects, they would have been thrown away. They would have ended up in the dump. They would have been burned. And then you'd have some very pissed off spirits. She gives these spirits a place to dwell in. Welcomed. You're welcome here.
Right.
Let's find you a special spot in the building. And she does rent it out for investigations. But these entities actually like to talk to people. She doesn't do it as a show, a sideshow. She does it as this is the history of Wymore. These objects came from Wymore. And we are here to get evidence and to.
But that to me is different than something that's demonically possessed.
Right. And with Baggins' museum, I ain't afraid of nothing paranormally, but I ain't setting foot in his museum unless I know what kind of protections he's got around every entrance, every door, every window, everything to keep whatever in. You you get Joe Blow off the street walking through there, something likes his energy, boom, walks right out the door.
Well, I'm with Tim on this. I don't understand the parading it around and everything else. And coming from a religious background myself, and especially being Catholic, I'm thinking if it's demonically possessed, why didn't you send it back? Why did you keep it there? The Catholic Church has the authority to send it back. So why wasn't it sent back to where it needed to go?
You can remove an entity from an object.
Right.
You can.
Exactly.
They don't like it, but you can.
Right.
So it's a process.
If it is truly demonic, as in there is a demon in that dresser, per se, why would you want to keep that?
Especially in your home.
I have been possessed.
Yep.
It ain't fun. It ain't fun. From 6 to 49, Jan, I was possessed. And I'm on the end of a 7-year healing journey, and I'm still kind of up here, but I'm making progress. So I don't understand unless you want to use that thing for your advantage,
right?
For nefarious things. I don't get it.
I don't. I don't agree with it. I really don't.
Yes, you do, Renee.
Yeah, to me, the people that are in charge of it now parade it around to promote movies and things like that. Yep. And it's everything. If the Warrens were legit, it's everything they would have stood against.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I do believe that Lorraine had abilities.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean that's indisputable, but yeah, I want to watch the show in 2 weeks.
It will remind me. I want to watch it too.
And like I said, we're not going to say they are fake or they weren't. It's just a little bit of going in, learning more about them, because there's been both sides where, yes, they are. I think one of the Vos even said something about the book that they had written. Like, it wasn't actually like that and this and that. So, why not dig a little bit deeper? And like I said, our job is to make people question everything. And if it pisses you off, guess what? We don't care because it's our show.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you've got a problem with me, guess what? That's not my problem.
Yeah. Right. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
And some of the topics we bring up, you can tell people get a little animated in the comments.
Oh, absolutely.
They get triggered.
And we've been not necessarily worried about that so much.
We were just talking about that.
Yep.
Yeah, Adrian, we're planning on doing that on this week's show, I think.
It's not a Jim Carrey. Just saying.
But a lot of topics on our show, like Scott said, we like to push the envelope. We'd like to talk about stuff nobody's wanting to talk about. We like to talk about stuff that somebody's not.
Sorry.
You're fine. We like to talk about stuff that is current in the news, but we also like to find stuff that people just want to shy away from.
Yeah.
And let's just bring it out in the open and get it out there and be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about things on our show that we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
If
all the time.
I mean, I don't want to get the show taken off or shut down in the middle of the show, but damn it, I have a right to free speech. I know words I'm not supposed to use. Do I use them? Fuck yeah.
You know,
I know the FCC violations.
Listen, I understand that certain sites that we go live on are uh, the private, however you want to say, part of the private sector.
Mhm.
And that's all right. If you want to censor my freedom of speech, so be it. I still have a couple other spots I'm going live on. So,
Yeah.
that's what we tell people. Hey, so far we've done really good on YouTube. So we're like, follow us on YouTube. If we get booted off on Facebook, or sorry, I hope I can say that. I don't want
Yeah.
you guys
Fuck it.
jump over there and keep watching.
Yeah.
Forget that place.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the main things on YouTube is have it set to 18 and over.
Right. And that's
a
the
lot
thing.
of people don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's why they get booted. And they don't understand why they get booted for saying the word damn. Well,
We have your banner down here. We have a banner that says our show is rated NC-17.
oh, here, hang on. Hang on.
Yeah, he forgot to change the banner.
I did.
Usually we have 18 on there,
And that's a good idea. We should probably start doing that.
Yeah.
I don't understand how some people can get away with certain types of topics,
right?
But yet we get banned and we get censored.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't understand that. We're not out here harming anybody. We're not out here trying to alter the mind or anything. So why are we getting banned? Is it because we're speaking truth?
I say it's part of an agenda. If it doesn't have an agenda, sorry guys, we're just saying.
If you speak truth, you get taken down.
Absolutely. And it's not just truth, but certain subjects. Like Tim and I both served, and we had a topic like 3 or 4 weeks ago on the Philadelphia experiment, just talking about it. And when we started getting a little deeper about it, boom, like we were off.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and of course we served in different branches, so that's always a big joke on our show.
But, absolutely.
Well, he was Army and I was Navy, so you can imagine.
I'm just going to shut my mouth. I'm going to look off into the sky. It is a beautiful, beautiful evening here.
I absolutely have nothing against the Navy. I just couldn't be on a ship with a bunch of other guys,
That'd be scary.
I don't know how my dad did it.
Oh, I can, but I can't. I don't think
my dad was in a submarine, and he's like, he was 6'1", and I'm like,
absolutely.
how did you do that?
No.
So I spent 2 weeks on one of those while they figured out that they breached my contract. So, yeah, in 6'3", I can tell you right now, the doorways are 5'5" or 5'8".
5'8".
The beds are 5'6". So yeah, it's very
You're
cramped.
welcome, Renee.
And I'm 54 inches across the shoulders.
The 2 inches in the middle.
I'm a big fella.
So you were fetal the whole entire time.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So here you go, Scott. He was face down, ass up the whole entire time. He was.
I'm not about that life. I am no sardine in a can.
For
Ted
2
Nugent
weeks.
wrote a song about that. Just saying.
For 2 weeks, and then I was on an aircraft carrier.
I would have. I can't do it. I'm claustrophobic.
Mm.
And when we went to Pearl Harbor, and we got to do the whole tour and everything else, and you got to go into the sub. No,
it's tight in there.
No. Yeah.
I took my kids to see the North Carolina, USS North Carolina, and they're like, "Oh my God, was this like everyday life for you?"
Yeah.
When they saw which I mean, it's different now. It was different when I was in. The North Carolina served in World War II. So I mean, they still had like the swinging hammock beds.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, it wasn't quite exactly like this, but as tight as everything is and as small as everything is, yeah, it was like that.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
just wow, I can't remember what I was watching. Shoot. Oh, Expedition X, and they did one of the Navy ships. And I tell you what, if anything was going to be haunted, it's going to be a military base, and B, it's definitely going to be a ship.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like hands down. I think being to as many military bases as I've been, I tell you what, Schofield Barracks and Wheeler Army Air Force Base is probably the most haunted places I've ever been. And then what was fucked up is I was there during 9/11 on Wheeler. And all of a sudden the paranormal I get the chills. The paranormal activity in the house that I was in, it was just going, because it was one of those houses that they were dragging, the soldiers into and trying to patch them up and everything else. And you could hear, I'm a head to toe chills just thinking about it still.
Yeah, I got two.
The door to the kitchen was swinging open, consistently, and you could just feel the chaos because that panic was there again. Right.
Being on an aircraft carrier, I remember one time we actually heard phantom. I call it phantom jets.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no jet taking off, but down inside the ship, it sounded like a jet was taking off up on deck.
Echo, residual.
And you could hear it, but there was nothing launching at that time. No jets were even on the deck at that time.
So that could have been a pilot taking off in his jet from the past, or it could have been an echo residual.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy.
Well, you guys know that on Schofield and Wheeler that they never took those buildings down. So when you go into those aircraft hangars, the bullet holes that you see are still the same exact bullet holes that happened the day of the attack.
Yep.
So when you watch the movie Pearl Harbor, and I was there actually when they were filming that, and they're on Wheeler and they go into that aircraft hangar and that sunlight shining down.
Yep.
Those are real bullet holes.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
And speaking of conspiracy theories, our GOV knew they were on the way to do that, and they didn't do nothing because we needed a way in the war. At least that's what the theory says.
I've heard that it was picked up on radar, and yes, they knew they were coming and said, no, that's a squadron of our guys out, whatever. When they knew it was not.
Yeah. Yep. Stand down.
Yep. Absolutely. And
9/11, we need a way in this war.
Yep. Yeah, we
that's
we kind of talked about that.
That's another thing we could talk about possibly this week.
I'm going to say this as somebody who is just a regular civilian. I'm sorry. Those towers did not come down with the force of a plane.
No.
You can't tell me that. I know explosives and no.
Yeah.
No. Building 7 did not get hit by anything.
And it still came down.
118 firefighters were interviewed, and they all heard secondary explosions coming from that building right before it came down.
Yep. I heard that. Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. There's a whole can of worms there.
This is what it's about. This is why we love talking about this. We love to push the envelope, make it controversial, and make people get engaged.
And it's like I say all the time. My favorite thing about conspiracy theories in general is follow the money.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you follow the money, you'll find the cause. My favorite Bigfoot conspiracy theory is the West Coast logging industry. So when I can't remember exactly which owl it was, a spotted owl or something like that was found up in Oregon.
Yes.
It almost shut West Coast logging down overnight.
Yeah.
Yep.
$1 billion a year industry. Almost shut it down completely overnight to protect the habitat. And If something as large as Bigfoot was living in the Pacific Northwest, imagine what that would do to the West Coast logging industry. It would shut it down.
Said, we're not going to fill these reservoirs because it's going to kill this little fish. Trump said, fish, we're filling the reservoirs. If they had water, they could have put the fires out, but they didn't have water, but they wanted 15-minute cities. They wanted this. I'm going to shut up.
I get what you're saying.
My son's playing Roblox.
So is my daughter.
And he's like, that's why I keep going. You 21, don't make me come up there, boy.
He's bigger than you. He beat your butt.
Man, so.
Something I've wondered and I've looked at is how much has the movie industry told us was going to happen before it happened?
The Simpsons?
The CIA's already said that half the movies go through the CIA before they're approved.
Right.
Yeah. How many movies had the towers coming down? Quite a few.
Yeah.
The Simpsons. You can't make it up.
No.
They know something, and they're
absolutely.
All right, we're all of the generation. We should have a moment of silence for MTV, though.
I agree. I agree.
So most people don't know this. Most people don't know this.
They should have kept Beavis and Butt.
But MTV was created by Mike Nesmith from the Monkees.
Yes.
Really?
And he knew how to do all this because the Monkees was a band that had a TV show.
Yeah.
And their music videos were all through the TV show.
They put the band together for the show.
Right. And that's why Mike Nesmith knew how to create MTV.
Now I got it stuck in my head. Son of a... Hey, we're the Monkees.
Yep. And see,
we're monkey around.
This is why I have Tim.
Because I'm full... Because I read stupid trivia stuff when I'm sitting on the john.
Because this guy, he sucks up so much information. We can have a topic, and he loves to talk. And I can sit there and go, yep.
Yeah, I know him.
I was a broadcast journalism major in school. So I was a radio personality for a long time. So talking's just kind of in my blood.
And I'm just the funny host. I mean, he's the smart host. I'm the funny host. Hey.
I don't agree with that, but.
The Monkees?
Everybody's putting the song in the chat.
Yeah. That is great.
Down.
Oh, I love that show when I was a kid watching reruns of it.
What happened to the Partridge Family?
They grew up.
Why can't we have shows like that anymore?
Last time I knew, Danny Bonaducci was having
issues.
And marital.
They grew up. They started doing grown-up things, and they all went to prison.
But
just say no.
Oh, wait, no. Never mind. That wasn't the Partridge Family. That was the Brady Bunch.
I was going to say the Brady Bunch, they all grew up with issues, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because half of them was sleeping with the mom.
And what's in the news right now? The Files.
What do you guys think of the Files? Tim, I know you have to be. You're going through them, aren't you?
Not really. That's
what
I have not read any of
it. I tell everybody I have enough drama in my life. I don't go looking for it anymore.
As bad as I want to, I mean,
like I said earlier, I raised 3 girls through the teenage years. I'm just point in my life where I'm just ready to just put it on cruise.
Because there's like 1,000. Is there like 1,000 pages of those files?
3 million.
Yeah, there's 3 million.
3 million
I
pages.
don't have that much time to read.
And there's 3 million more And as of right now, there is no way to go in and search, put this name in and it brings all the emails from that name. You have to go through it page by page. But there is a group of individuals working on an app that will do that. You put in this name, it will bring it all together. You can see the email between this person to that person, that whole email chain. They're supposed to come out next week, I think.
The one thing I will say is I don't think we have to remember that this guy was a Hollywood movie producer. And I'm pretty sure not everyone he invited to his private island did the things that he's
correct. So
I would agree with you. I would have, because I know there were names that popped up on the list that I've heard or seen, and I'm like, no way. And it's like, I don't want to name a specific celebrity, but he's the first one that pops in my mind, and it was him and his wife. And I just don't see them. Well, and I understand they have a private side to them that we don't get to see.
Right.
This particular celebrity has done a lot of charitable work going the opposite
way.
And
I think I know what you're talking about.
This guy would get them to the island by saying, hey, I know you got this charity. I'd like to learn more about it and maybe make a donation. You want to come to my island?
Or he was producing a movie that this person was in. And this person and his wife are both actors.
I'm not doing anything, Mom.
You want me to go lay down? Oh, okay.
I missed something there.
I yelled at my dog.
Yelled at her dog to go lay down. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
She's gonna knock the computer over. She's so big. She's just.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a German Shepherd Pyrenees.
I'm like Tim.
Big puppy.
I'm afraid I'm going to take somebody's name that I like, andLl take it out of context. If that makes sense?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Really, this dude's in here? Like, really? And
a lot of times they were talking about somebody in the emails.
Right.
So,
okay.
That'll pop up and stuff like that. No, I honestly, I've gone through I've gone through quite a bit of the files, and I tell you what, it's sick.
It is.
It is gross.
Some of the things I've heard about are absolutely horrific.
It's insane.
What they did. I'm glad it's all out in the open now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's all out in the open because you know what? For years, I've been preaching to my kids, don't do Hollywood. Don't do Hollywood. Stay away from this. Don't watch this. Don't do this. So, animatronics. I'm just going to say animatronics. My kids were watching this specific animatronics, when they were teenagers and everything else. And Avelina, gets sucked into this. And Abby, holy crap, stop watching it. They're talking about X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G in this show, and it's for kids. And I'm like, oh, no. You need to just stop.
Yeah.
So now I get to look at my kids and go, I told you.
Well, you remember when our parents, when we were growing up, they were terrified of shows like The Simpsons.
Yep.
They were terrified of Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
Right.
They were terrified. But it was because they were cartoons for
adults,
grown-ups, and later teens.
King of the Hill.
Young adults. They were programs for them, not for kids, but because they were cartoons, they were afraid that kids would associate the behavior they see on the cartoons.
Yes.
I just want to say
our parents were probably fully justified in that. Looking at everything that's out now. Yeah. South Park, my parents.
I just want to put out that I grew up watching Bugs Bunny and the Road
Thank you.
and Yosemite Sam, and I have never dropped a safe or a piano on anyone.
Right.
I thought about it, but I didn't do it
yet.
Yeah, there were times it crossed my mind. I just want to know where to get an Acme rocket with roller skates.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I was already say that. That's, I mean, if I could, and the fact that, you know what, it kind of predicted, how quickly things could be delivered. Because if we look at how quickly things can be delivered now,
Yep.
True.
I mean, that at least came true, right? The instant gratification of ordering something and then,
You're not wrong, because I'm going to do Amazon later, and there's going to be a rocket roller skates on there, because not like Big Brother's listening.
What? What? I'm disappointed.
What?
Okay, I need to explain to my FBI agent and my CIA guy that we're just having fun tonight, okay?
Yeah.
You all can chill out. And
Yep.
I know you're stressing because you're just learning that your whole life is a lie. But just if you need help, give me a call, knock on my door, I'll give you a hug. I got you, okay? I got you.
And
didn't
we're not about to unalive ourselves, so we just
No.
want to,
Yes. No,
Not at all.
no.
just
not
so you
at
guys know. Oh, did I say that? My bad.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna say it. There's no way I'm suicidal.
No,
Saying
no.
I have
No.
a good mental health. If something happens to me, it's not me.
If
And we're
something
Look
still
at me in the
happens-
eyes. Don't fucking touch my coffee.
that. Don't scourge my coffee. Don't raise the prices. Don't
Telling
get
you.
the coffee shortage. That and bacon.
That's what was in
With my
this
bacon.
coffee.
I will haunt your ass so bad, bro. Ooh. I'll make
Do
sure
you
you get decaf every morning.
No.
Don't do
And your
that.
mocha chocolate latte. Whatever you want to call it. It ain't going to be
Mocha
soy milk.
chocolate
It's going to be.
Oh,
Trying to keep a straight face.
The only thing I can think of right now is extra
Latte?
foam.
I didn't know what to call it, so I called it mocha chocolate. That's going to be my new drink. I'm called mocha chocolate.
I mean, is it skim milk, whole milk, oat milk, or almond milk? I mean, which one are we going with?
Why do they call it
Those
almond milk?
I'm a whole
I can't
milk
even
guy
see the movie.
if I
How do you
put
get-
anything in it.
How
Earlier,
do
I
you
was
get
drinking
milk
black
from
coffee.
almond? You know why they call it almond milk, don't you? Because nobody would drink it if it's called nut juice.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
Put our nuts in your mouth. Nut juice.
That,
Sometimes you do like
pistachios.
that. Sometimes you don't.
Now, here's an interesting thing.
You need protein.
Here's a really interesting thing. He just said the thing for Mounds and Almond Joy, right? Do you guys remember the old commercial for that?
Yes.
When the groom would come out carrying the Almond Joy bar and then flip around and the bride had the Mounds bar.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a nut is Almond Joy and it's a man. Mounds don't. Sometimes you don't. And it was a woman.
Masculine, feminine. One's for the guys, one's for the girls. It was a sexual
Absolutely.
commercial.
Yes.
And nobody realized it until now.
It was subliminal
Yes.
in your head, and nobody actually thought about. I mean,
So they were putting in your head, if you get horny, you need a candy bar.
Yes.
Do you know that cereal was made to stop masturbation?
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
that's the reason General Mills came out with cornflakes,
Never
Yep.
helped me.
or whichever company owns cornflakes.
Yep.
Or
Now they just put stuff in your inoculations and our food to, raise and lower certain hormones to where you don't think you're what you actually are.
Well,
Second call.
I'm kind of
I've always
I'm a big
recognized myself as
believer
the car
in
part.
I'm a big believer in the overpopulation theory, and that the government has been doing certain things to us to sterilize us to keep us from overpopulating for years.
Bill Gates. Did I say that?
that's in the files. So that's in the files. That's interesting because that's
It's in there.
actually in the files. And Bill Gates. I mean, they were talking about Jesse.
That's my brother. That's my brother from another mother right there.
That is awesome. That is awesome, Jesse.
Go ahead, Jan. I'm sorry.
I'm getting married to that man. Lord help me.
Well, I guess you wanted the herd.
But here's, if you go back historically and you look, especially like European history, and you look at every time the world got very populated, what happened? There was a plague.
Or a plague.
Mm-hmm.
There was a plague or a massive disaster that wiped out a third of the population on Earth.
And we're going to talk about that Thursday.
Nature takes care of itself. We have hunting season for a reason. You know, we us hunters, we get demonized because we're going out and killing deer. Okay. Well, if we didn't do that, they would get overpopulated, they would get wasting disease, and they would die in a very horrible manner over time. When we hunt, very quick, done, we release the spirit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get hit by a car, insurance rates would go up. I lived in Wisconsin. Let's talk about like crop control. You know, and then we look at, okay, so we look at, you know, the deer come through and they just, oh my God, Renee, that does not look right. Anyways, that did not look right when you pop that up on the screen.
Then I'll put it up again.
I think it looks amusing.
So we've modified our corn, we've modified our soybeans and everything else. And let's just take a look at what our deer look like now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
When I was a kid.
And you guys live in farming communities, so you guys completely understand where I'm coming from with this.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, there is not a farmer in this country that has planted corn, soybeans, or wheat that has not been genetically modified.
No, because you know what? There's a specific company that I will not say online.
Monsanto.
Thank you. That would go through and threaten the farmers.
Yes.
And then they would turn around, and of course we know, you know, cross contamination and everybody's crops. They would take a soybean or they'd take an ear of corn or some wheat, and they would find that genetic DNA line for that plant inside, you know, the other farmers who would sow their seeds, right? And they'd take the whole crop down and they'd take the whole farmer down.
And a lot of people don't know that in, I want to say it was 87 or 88, they made it illegal to rebag your harvest and replant it the next year.
Yes.
You have to buy the grain seeds from the granary
companies. Yes. You know, when I was a kid,
people that don't get away with that are the Amish.
Yes. When I was a kid going out hunting, there were rabbits everywhere, squirrels everywhere, deer, pheasant, quail, everywhere. Everywhere. Now you go out, you're lucky to see a rabbit. You're lucky to see a squirrel. You're lucky.
Funny story. Somebody asked me how I could go out and kill a little bunny and eat it.
They're tasty.
And I said, do you freaking realize that it's $100 a plate in New York City for rabbit? Go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant and order rabbit.
Let's look at this.
It's $175.
Yeah.
Cost me the cost of a shotgun shell and a hunting license.
The human body actually has cannabinoid receptors.
Yes.
Cannabis, hemp, okay, wild hemp, okay. The deer ate hemp, the buffalo ate hemp, the rabbits ate hemp. We ate the animals. We would get that through them. We don't get that anymore. We are supposed to have that in our diet. We have receptors for it. We are supposed to have that in our diet. And we haven't had for decades, years. And that's one reason why our health, along with all the chemicals, the dyes, the preservatives, we don't have food, we have chemicals.
Yes.
Right.
Well, our current administration is working its ass off to bring back real food. And they are getting torn apart for it.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy. People, come on.
They're getting torn apart by it because the more natural we try to become, the less money they make.
Yeah, the less dependent we become on those companies.
This is no longer, I've said this on our show. I'll say it a million times. In my opinion, and I say that humbly, in
Me too.
my opinion, I don't call this the United States of America anymore. I call it the corporate states of America.
Yeah.
Because the corporation, none of these politicians care about any one of us. They care about where their next donation's coming from.
They say, okay, I'm going to vote.
And until they make it illegal for companies to donate, until they say you're not allowed to donate to candidates, you're not allowed to lobby your causes and hold money over people to vote the way you want them to vote.
Right.
The situation in this country is never going to change.
Right. They run for office on this platform. This is what I'm going to do. But then they get in the office and say, and then find out that, okay, this big company, say, I'll use myself for an example. I live in a town of 1,600. I work in a town of 12,000 in a factory. And say I get elected and this lobbyist comes up to me that holds interest in my company that I work for and says, it sure would be a shame if that company shut down all of a sudden and moved somewhere else. So I really think you need to vote this way because it wouldn't look real good on you if that company shut down.
Right.
It happens. They're forced to do things, but others choose to do things because, hey, here's this money, vote this way.
Yep.
Okay, I'm telling the public I'm going to vote this way. I have every ounce of thought to vote this way because that's what I believe in. But then something changes that mind. But then they won't tell you they voted that way. You don't know unless you go and look, and it is public knowledge. You can look it up to see how your candidate voted on what. And I suggest you do that before the next election.
Absolutely.
So I kind of understand it in a deeper way than most. We're being in the healthcare field. So being in the healthcare field, I was taking care of people that had severe diabetes. Well, I'm going to go all natural. We're going to cut out everything white out of your diet. No white potatoes, no milk, no this, no that. We're going to go exercise. We're going to do. I got yelled at because all of a sudden they're getting off of their meds.
Right.
They don't need that med. They don't need that insulin. They don't need this. They don't. And I said, I'm not working for you. I work for them. I am a subcontractor. I'm going to tell you, the doctor, how I am doing this, and you are going to follow my plan because I'm with this person every day.
I'm really big on telling people, make sure your doctor knows they work for you.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Yes.
And I'm really big on telling people that. And just today, I got prescribed a medicine today that was $1,500 for 5 pills. Yeah.
The patent is already paid for.
I called the pharmacy. I said, you can cancel that. I'm not paying that.
These meds are being sold at a 15,000% profit margin. It's been proven. And that's what Mr. T is trying to bring down.
Yes.
Right.
And people are demonizing it. Yeah.
And that's why there's all these books coming out now with old herbal remedies.
Remedies, yep.
The meds came from plants.
People don't know.
And then they got synthesized by Big Pharma and Big Oil. We can make this out of oil.
Absolutely.
And it's perfectly legal to source these ingredients and make your own medicine.
Yes.
So my great-grandfather was the youngest pharmacist at the age of 16 in North America ever. Okay, so he was born in 1911, so he'd be 100 and some years old today, right?
Right.
He would literally tailor a med in front of the person to fit what was going on with them.
Yes.
The doctor would diagnose them, would not prescribe them the medication. The person would come in and say, well, I have a cold. And my great grandfather would be like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. And what was it? It was honey. I'm going to say it. It was
Apothecary.
a big word, Coca-Cola. It was, cannabis. It was, XYZ that he would prescribe.
Right.
But he would mix the drugs in front of the person for the person, and he knew that person's health. He knew that person personally.
It was an apothecary.
He was right. And he was a pharmacist, but yeah, he was a doctor too.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't like generic. Here's a one-all-fits-all kind of drug.
Yep.
I have so many reactions to antibiotics now. I have reactions to XYZ. And why is that? I never had these reactions before.
Mm-hmm. Right. And hell, half the drugs they have out on the market now, the side effects are worse than anything you've got.
Dude, you're not lying,
if you feel your anal itch is getting worse, you need to call your doctor. Why am I going to, if you have anal seepage?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
May cause diarrhea, indigestion, dizziness, and death.
My favorite ones are the ones they may cause constipation or diarrhea.
Why are they going to prescribe a medication to a clinically depressed person that may cause suicidal thoughts?
Yes.
But on that note, I would love to keep going, but it's 12 after 7, and we got to give Cindy some room to get in the studio and get it all set up for her. And I'm blanking on. I was going to make a list, and I didn't do it again of the RNN shows.
Renee's going to pop in the comments and save your ass.
I'm hoping so. She saves my ass so many times, but she knows how this brain works. TBI suck. What's that?
I miss you too. I want to publicly tell everybody, who's watching, I miss you too. I am glad to see you two again.
I'm glad to see you too.
I've enjoyed the hell out of tonight. We may have to have y'all come back on, just saying.
Oh, yeah, I would absolutely love to. Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
Maybe we can even do like a Saturday, Sunday, some odd day, and just have you on, and we can just go.
Hey,
where we don't have a time limit.
I'm older. I ain't got nothing going on.
And one more time for Jan. One more time for Jan.
Do you guys see it the way that I see it?
Yes. I'm just saying, I have yet to see a teat on an almond.
Yeah, how do they milk them?
Yeah, it's kind of like strawberry milk. How you gonna milk it?
That's from red cows. Chocolate milk from, can I say it? Black cows.
I love the kids. It's like, it's vegan because it's strawberry milk.
It's vegan because it's strawberry milk.
I'm like, yeah, let's go with that, kid. Yeah, you're smart.
Same with chocolate, right? Cocoa
That's
beans.
what happens when you eat Tide Pods.
I do have a video that I'm going to send the three of you. So you know.
We just need to take all the warning labels off of everything and let nature take its course.
Yes, please.
Just saying. I got stuck in the shower for like 3 hours one time when I was washing my hair. I accidentally read the directions on the shampoo bottle. It took 3 hours to get through that bottle. Rinse, lather, repeat. I got stuck on an escalator that stopped one time. Nobody could get it going again.
How'd you get off?
That's private. Okay, real quick, before we hop up, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Where are we, Scott? We're on Facebook, YouTube,
right now.
Spotify.
You can find us on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube under the Paranormal Jackazz.
And remember, it's 2 Z's, not 2 S's.
Yes, 2 Z's, not 2 S's. So, yeah, come and check us out. You know, you can find me, Scott C. Wilson. That's Tim Kohler. So,
yeah.
All righty.
On our private pages as well on Facebook.
Perfect. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the show tonight. I had a blast. And
thank you for having us.
Absolutely. On that note, we will see everybody next Monday with me and Joni. We are going to discuss the astrology and how to get through it spiritually. And oh my God, is going on up there? Yeah, it is. So on that note, y'all have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you
I
all.
would.